Greetings from Just Car People Things. We had the chance to do a little walkthrough of the paddock and garage at the IMSA Road America event. One of our friends was kind enough to take us for a quick tour of their Aston Martin Grand Sport race car, which was just awesome. So big shout out to John for being willing to walk us around.
All right. So Baby Bull Racing, Grand Sport class. So you're in the Michelin Pilot Challenge.
Yes, sir.
So part of IMSA, and this is more or less a canned Aston Martin, right? So this shares a lot of parts with the street car.
Yes.
Obviously stripped interior, tub frame. These do have air conditioning, right?
They do.
Yeah, so they're actually big on driver comfort, which is fun. So these are steel brakes?
Yep, steel brakes.
Okay, obviously a very aggressive pad on them.
Yep. So more or less, it's like a street car on steroids. You know, they're about between 400 and 450 horsepower.
Yeah, well, you've
utilizing that factory AMG motor.
Yeah, and so it's a canned motor as well. So this is, you get it, you know, in the car and it's good to go, right?
Yeah, what you see is what you get, pretty much.
Gotcha.
You know, if the motor ever needed anything, you could take it to the AMG dealer and have street car tech work on it.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, and the service interval on this particular, this is an AMG motor, is
quite high.
Extremely long, as I understand. It's like thousands of race miles.
Yes.
So these things hold up really, really well, which is super fun. So, do you want to walk around? Yeah. So we got the braking set up there, obviously ducted onto the braking. And here, I'm not going to jump in by any stretch, but yeah. So this is the business end. Talk to me. So paddle shift. How many? 6 gears? 7?
6.
6 gears, 6 forward gears, and probably a reverse as well. These do have a clutch, if I remember right.
They do. Yeah,
so
just get the vehicle moving.
Just for the first gear to get it started, right? So yeah, super fun. You can see they've got their fancy air conditioning duct right there, and obviously full custom stripped interior. But underneath, this is still a street car. This is a body in white. This is still a street car.
Yeah, most definitely. It still uses the factory body panels.
Yep.
So unlike a GTD car where you get a hodgepodge of composite and factory underpinnings,
that's typically the next class up, right? Once you go to GS, you jump up to GTD.
Exactly.
So
a lot of people start out in GT4 and then they move their way up.
Right. So this would be technically a GT4 spec car.
Correct. Yeah, it uses that SRO homologated.
Okay. So this is an FIA. You can race it anywhere. Sort of deal. Obviously, you got a fueling port, fuel cell, full race interior. Super fun. Poke around, just don't want to get in anybody's way. And there's your, is that your air conditioning?
That right there, yeah. That'd be a chill out system.
Oh yeah.
It's like a helmet blower.
Gotcha. How much fuel?
How much fuel? It all depends on what the
BOP probably?
Is, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's somewhere between 90 and 100 liters, yeah.
Gotcha. So, it's super interesting. So BOP obviously dictates the class and a whole bunch of other stuff associated with it. And you know, they try to keep it level. That's why you can have a Porsche Cayman racing against an Aston Martin racing against a Mustang or a Camaro. Super cool. And of course, all of this has a bespoke race trailer attached to it, which is super wild. There's dozens and dozens of these trailers at these events, and they've got all sorts of fun stuff. They have lifts built into them, allows you to lift the car up and store it and move it along.
So one interesting bit that I learned yesterday was, I don't know if you're familiar with ProDrive or
yeah, the Subaru, they're big into Subarus and do a lot of rally work, yeah.
And they provided the trackside support for AMR. And,
okay.
I learned that the street car wiper arms actually weren't designed to hold up during, upwards of 140, 150 miles an hour.
Right. And you do race these in the rain, yeah.
Exactly. ProDrive actually had to develop the wiper arms for this car.
That's really entertaining. All in, you in a year, you run multiple series, so obviously there's more cost associated with it, but a team like this costs a few $1 million a year to run, typically?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Gotcha. So, and how many GS teams are there? There's what? A couple dozen?
There's about 24, I think, on the grid this weekend.
Yep. Yeah. So, And they run a mix of a whole bunch of different, there's a Camaro sitting down here, there's a Mustang, there's a Cayman, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So
that's some of the best racing to watch too.
It is. It's very competitive.
Everybody's rubbing and bump
pretty
drafting
equal, and I know I say that about the MX-5 Cup, which is just like a bar fight all the time. Like their cars are bump drafting, like NASCAR's touching each other down the straights, and super entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's great racing.
But the nice thing too is you got really good weather. Good weather for this too, so this has turned out nice. A little washout on Thursday night. It was a little damp, but the last couple days have been just awesome. Yeah, you guys just got in. And so the team races in Baby Bowl races in multiple series. I see you've got a GT3 Cup car up there. That's a spec Porsche.
Yep.
So that's a canned car you buy from Porsche and put your own stickers on, more or less.
Yep.
Which is super fun. And let me ask, like, what's in the rollaways? Are these all spares? And
yeah, that's a mixture of spares and toolboxes, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So, and then you've got tent rigged off that, and fuel and all the good stuff. And what's the setup on this side? Is this all just tires and fuel?
Yeah, that's Tire World over there.
Okay, gotcha. Also a place for you to hang out and probably relax and not have to work on the car, which is super fun. So yeah, this is great though. And this is your trailer here too behind us, right?
It is. We just got that.
We've got some spares just parked out here, and it's super cool. It's awesome. So see, the official vehicle of Road America is here, the Honda Spree. So
That's awesome.
I know next time I do this, I'm definitely going to do that. So
yeah.
I'll ask a little bit of your background. You went to NASCAR Tech for school, and you've been in racing
for about a decade now.
Yeah, I was going to say you started literally when you're late teens, early 20s. You worked on the Viper team for a period back when Dodge were adults and had a race car. That's changed, and you've done a few other odds and ends over the years too. You were 3GT for a while when they had the Lexuses, and
did a lot of development work on that chassis.
Yep. I always felt like you guys got that chassis right, and then you gave it to Vassar Sullivan.
I like to think so too.
Yeah,
we did a lot of work, and
I remember that
it really does.
It stripped like 500 pounds out of that car or something like that initially. So yeah, it's fun. So you've done a lot of development work, and you fly in for these. It's pretty common for teams to fly in.
It seems like the sport's really moving towards that business model where a lot of the teams will just hire a couple of crew guys to do the full-time stuff, and then most of it will just be flying.
Yep, and you guys are from all over, based out of Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah, and so you've got a huge mix here. There's some folks based out of Charlotte, there's some out of Texas. They're global, really, in terms of where some of the teams are based. So super fun. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to show me the car and walk around a little bit, and can't say thanks enough for it. So appreciate people viewing to like and subscribe. We love to do stuff like this and show you a little bit of behind the scenes about how all sorts of cool race car stuff works.
Thanks for coming by, Mike.
Hey, thanks. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.